Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. Today I am going to teach how to make the CRUD system using Spring Boot and Ajax. There are many students who ask me to do the CRUD system in Spring Boot with Ajax. That's why I done the CRUD. So here you will be when the page is loaded, you will be able to see this is called as data table. All the records should be loaded into the data table here, right? This is the data, right? In the database, this all the data should be loaded into the data table, right? Now I am going to go to add the new data. So this is the simple form. I am going to add the data. So I am going to add the data James cost ASP fee 15,000. Click add button, record added. We will get the success message box here. Newly created record should be over here. After that I am going to add another record, Peter course Spring Boot fee. I am going to 10,000. Click add button, added, right? Here it's working perfectly well, right? This simple stuff. This is a simple CRUD how to do step by step. I will be explained today. Edit and delete part I am not doing in this tutorial. I will be doing in the later one. First we will learn how to load the table and how to add the records only, right? So this is a very important stuff. We have a search also here. If you want to looking only James here, this is the simple filtering options will be available. This is defaultly come with as a data table. You don't worry about that, right? Now let's back to our code, right? So here this is my project. I have created Spring Boot, right? Spring Boot. How to create the project and everything I have explained in my previous Spring Boot CRUD, right? Without using the Ajax, the simple CRUD I have explained. Those who are not watching my CRUD part, basic CRUD part Spring Boot, I gave the link below in my description, video description. You just click on the video description, you will be able to watch this one. Otherwise you just go to my channel Tutors Funny and you will be get all the videos and you can watch, right? So this is Spring Boot folder. Inside the folder we have created the packages. These are the relevant packages. 4 packages I have created. When the project is created, this is the default main method should be created. After that I have created 4 packages. First one it should be the employee controller, domain, repository and service, right? So here this one for how to do this one I have explained. So here after that what I did here is I have go to the here SRC main resources. Here I have 2 separated folders are there. One is a static, another is a template. After that application properties, right? This is a simple file. Okay. So now first what I did here is first double click on the application property. Here I am going to make the database link here. I have created the database Linda School, right? So this all the codes I will provide in my website. You don't worry about this is the code, right? We have to connect the database, right? So my database reside on localhost. This is my database Linda School. So here give the name of the my database is reside on MySQL. Linda School is the database name. This is a user credential of MySQL. My username is root, password is blank. This is server port I have given this one, right? You can give any port over here. After that this is the things we have to do, right? THY leaf we have to give the make use of the making the HTML and CSS all the include in our Spring Boot. We have to make the Spring Boot application with HTML, right? So this is all the stuff we have to give. This is the path of we have to set it here, right? Now go to the template folder, right? Now here I have explained step by step, right? Double click and open the index.html, right? First what I did here is this all called as a CSS files, right? My CSS file is reside on component folder, right? Component folders, how to put it here is if you are download your JS file and bootstrap file, all the file if you are downloaded, how to put into your component folder here is there will be the here this one should be the template. Inside the SRC main resources you have 2 files. When you open the project, you can default it will be created. static and template folder. Now you just expand the static folder. Here what is this component folder in my local drive. So I just copy and right click and paste it over here. Right click and paste it. You just copy here, somewhere here. Imagine this is your component folder. Here I have a component folder. This is a component folder. Right click this one, copy and click on the static, right click and paste here. This is a paste option available here. If you paste it, it will reside, it is coming here, right? This we have custom CSS as well as a JS file. You will paste it here as a separate component folder. You will be able to run rather than you are using the link from the CDN, right? This is when the internet connection is not there, it is not working for the style is not taken, right? It is very complicated. If you are put the direct CDN link from the website, relevant website, and copy, you just download all the components, plugins, everything, and you make this separate component folder and include this in the data table, CSS JS there, jQuery also there. This all the stuff will be there. Okay, stored all the things are there. We have given the link here. How to give the link? src component. This is the component. Inside the component folder, there will be the this one. This is the thing for you. Okay, this is the data table also inside the component folder. Data table. This is the file min.css. Right. This is how we have make the link. Right. Very simple link. After that, I have created a simple form. Inside the body, I have created a simple. This is the ID. The nav tag I have design. This is a simple form design I have made, right? Very simple form design I have made. Here I have explained the step. Here this is the form ID student. This is the first field I have created, student name. This is the field name, student name. This is a course. I have another input box course, another input box field, right? We have a 3 input boxes, right? Course, student name, course and fee, right? We have a 2 button, reset button and add button, right? When the student fill all the forms for information of the student, here click add button. What happens is it goes to the relevant function add student, right? It will be available below, right? Here I have added the jQuery part as cover the jQuery part, script src inside the component folder. We have a inside the component file jQuery min.js and this one we have to link it here. This is the data table part, data table min.js. This is CSS mean, you have to give the link above. This is a JS part, you have to give the JS. You have to add both data table jQuery and CSS part, right? You don't worry about all this component folder I will be put into my website. You will be able to download and you have to put it here, right? It's no problem. Right. First you have to understand the concept, then only you will be thorough with the project, right? So first what I did here is, if you click add button, it's coming here. Here first I have loaded this one, I will talk it later, okay? Get all function, right? First I have to set the is new true, right? Here first I have created the function add student, right? Add student. This is the whatever if form student dot valid. What is this function does here is, here this is the form ID fr student, right? If it is valid, we have to make 3 variables, URL, data, method, right? If is true mean, if the is new true mean it is not a existing record, you are going to add the new record. So if it is existing record, it goes to the edit part. If it is a new record, it is a true, right? So you have to give the particular URL link. URL you have to if the URL is make the link, you have to give this one, environment get property API, this one. Here we have to write slash student. This is student controller. We have a student controller here. Inside the student controller, your name. Inside the student controller, there will be the action method called save, right? Here inside the student controller, this is student controller we are now going. When you click the add button, it goes to the links will be goes to the student controller, right? Here this one. When you click the add button, it's coming here. It's checked all the properties are correct. It's getting completely formed data we have serialized, right? Completely formed data means this all data what you are typing on these relevant text boxes, all the data will be serialized, right? Serialized, this one all the stuff will be serialized and put it to the post method. Along with the post method, it goes to the particular URL, right? This URL is reside on this is the so controller, which it is finding the controller, which controller, student controller. What is the method called? Action method save. So it is, if it is found the controller, student controller, it is checking the action method save. It is here, right? Save is there. It is mapping values. It is request is coming from post, right? Here you are the posting the values. So the request is coming from the post, right? Post, okay. So here we have, right, we have to get the records, right? All the details should be we are getting here, right, student, right? So now after that, what happen is it is getting all the records. This is the all the properties. It will be loaded. This is this properties all the loaded from which one? This domain, student domain. This is all the properties, right? It's domain. This all the stuff I will taught in my basic CRED part. That's why I'm not going to talk how to create the this one, how to create the student class and how to create repository and service. I'm not going to teach more. This all the things I have taught. I will give the link below, so you have to able to learn, right? If I teach this all the stuff from beginning, it take too much of time to complete the project. It's so boring while I explain, right? So here, okay. Now what happens after that is it set all the properties. But what the properties are coming here. This index, right? This all the things matching with your properties, right? ST name, course, this one, ST name, course and fee should be matched with these fields. This property fields here, student name, course, and if it is not matched, it's not added the record, right? Okay. So after that, what I did is service. Here we have to write it's save method. It's called a save method. It's the service part. So that's why I call it here save part. Service, under service we have a method called save. It is saving all the records. It is returned back to the success method. Then only you can get the message on the JavaScript. Once a record is added, you will be able to get the message itself. Record is added, right? Okay, that's why the method should be written after record is added. The method should be written. Right, method will be written along with the message record added, right? It's very simple, right? It's a mapping part, right? It's a very simple. We have to learn, right? Okay, this is very simple. After that, we have to. I'm going to explain the load the table. Right, load the table part. Here, this is index page. First, get out. When the form is loaded, get out. Get out function what does is. This is a get all function. Only I explained only get all function, right? This get all function what does is this is student table. Student table mean I have created a separate table below. The separate table I have created here. This separate table I have created here. This one. This is a table I have created, right? It's a panel body. This delete, edit, delete. This separate table I have created, right? Okay. Student, course, fee, and edit and delete. Okay, these are the fields I have created. Now what I am going to do is here we have to call it here. Here what I did here is this is a TBL student. TBL student means this is the name of the table. TBL student, right? Our record is loaded into the TBL student, right? So here we have write TBL student. So this is the URL we have to visit, right? Environment property, this API, this one API based path student list, right? It goes to student controller list action method. This one should be the get, right? Here I am not going to post any values. If we are type any values on the text field and click submit button, all the values are posting to the particular controller. Here I am not going to post any values. I just getting the value from the database. So that we have to use the get method, right? That is the difference between get and post. Once you post the values, you have to put post. Once you get the values, you have to get the get values, right? You have to get the values and put into where data table, right? You have to get the values. Data type JSON, which is a JSON format. Ajax success function, we have this is the table format, right? Table, it's a data table. Data, what's the data you are coming here? It is assigned to here. After this is the format, we have to get it. Data, student name, course, and fee. Okay, student name. This all the things should be matched with the this one. Okay, otherwise it is not working. Okay, now see, because it is a control, right? Now here, when the when the page is loaded, it goes to the controller. Which controller? We are calling list controller. Sorry, student controller list action method. Here we have to get, this one should be the get request. So here it's loading all, it should be the list, all the student list, student class. This is a student class. All the property will be loaded and put in the list. This list we have to create the object list list of student. Service dot list all mean the service class. This service class we have a method called list all. List all what does here is load the student, right? REPO, this response, this manage all the CRUD operation, right? Insert record, update record, and delete record, and view record. All the things will be manageable things into this one. This very important JPE, right? In Spring Boot, right? This is the things you must learn, right? This is all the stuff I will explain in my previous tutorial, right? Don't worry about it. I will provide the link in my video description. You will be able to study, right? Before watching this video, you must watch the basic CRUD part. Then only you will be able to understand what the Ajax does. Okay, right? Okay, that's the thing, use of the Ajax, right? So here we have to get it back to our index page, right? After that, it's load all the data, and we have to load it here, and here along with that I have put into two method like edit and delete, right? This one I have explained it later on, right? This is a very simple stuff we have to do. Okay, I hope you guys understood the things well. Don't worry about this code. This all the source code I will provide in my website. You will be learn, right? It is very helpful you all to learn. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubt on this, you can ask me anytime. Now when you done the stuff, you have to execute the project. How to execute this? Right click and here run Java package, right? Okay, if you run this one, you will get the success message like this. If you get the success message, your Spring Boot is run perfectly well. Okay, this is the thing. Here I already used this port, that's why I run in this ask, right? So yeah, I already have this port, right? Here it's already there, right? Okay, no problem. If you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime. This is the Spring Boot with Ajax. Thank you for watching. If you like my channel, please subscribe me, like me. Thank you for watching.